Hello, everybody. Wow, it has been a year already since I first published Bivalent. I went back and I was reading the book as I've been preparing for the C book, and I was horrified by the number of typos. First of all, yikes, and sorry. I fixed most of them, if that's any consolation. But as embarrassed as I was also incredibly humbled and blessed by how many of you were able to look past the imperfect trappings to see the book that I wanted Bivalent to be. And thank you for allowing this precious story into your hearts. Your support and your engagement of my ideas over the past year have been invaluable to me. It brings me a lot of joy when I see evidence of my readers really latching on to what I'm trying to do with this book and this series. So, yes, of course, I know the racial commentary tends to stand out as that's what inflames people. Sorry, I'm not trying to do that. Exactly. But there's also a lot there with respect to the trauma commentary. And I mean, I guess it's also just a way of viewing self and life and each other. And I've so wanted to share that with the world. Um, Many of you have graciously complimented my essays again and again. And I do try to express myself in a way that's respectful and respectable. But I really believe that some truths are just best expressed through narrative because our little hearts are just so delicate, and it's hard for them sometimes to receive hard truths directly. And so I kind of think of truths expressed through narrative kind of like seeds that get planted in the heart of a reader. And as we hold a story in our heart and allow it to touch us and to speak to us, that gives space for the truth to kind of blossom from within. Um, I know that this is not really a popular way of viewing truth speaking, at least in our generational culture. But really, I'm mainly acting out of my hope not to crush anyone's spirit, even when hard truths have to be communicated. And maybe particularly because the things that I'm trying to say, um, it might be the first time a reader is reading that sort of thing. So just being mindful of that, I guess. Thank you for your patience as I walk the road trying to figure out what that means in each individual book. Um, so anyway, you know me by now. I can't stay serious for too long, so I'll end with some humor because I've been serious for way too long in this video. On this first anniversary of Bivalent, I would like to answer some common questions that I think many of my readers have. So let's get started. First question, please. Definitely Gustav, because I have a soft spot for characters that don't speak, and he's a cat that apparently dances bachata, so can't beat that. And also Rocky because she's amazing in a quirky way, and I think I just also have a soft spot for quirky people. Hmm. Well, first of all, that's just incredibly nosy. Secondly, I think a lot of people have this question because Pete is a sort of love interest for the main character who bears some physical resemblance to me. I would just caution against assuming that the character with brown skin and curly hair is some kind of like what do you call it, like a proxy or a surrogate or something for me. None of my characters are based on a real life person. And if anything, I guess they're all me in the sense that they're born of my inner world and have my fingerprints all over them. But that said, I would not assume that the only character in the book that corresponds to anything about me would be that one character. And therefore, it might also be faulty to draw conclusions over the existence of a Pete-like character. You know what I'm saying. Okay, okay. What I can tell you about Pete is that I developed him in 2017. And over the years, he's evolved significantly to meet the needs of the series. I will say I was completely taken by surprise at how much my readership latched on to him. My readers love them some Pete, which I guess I'll take as a compliment. I never meant for him to overshadow the other characters in the book, but he certainly gets a lot of attention. Oh, my favorite character. June, hands down. She just says the most outrageous things. And she has a husky voice that always makes me laugh. Watch this, I'll show you. After smoothing out her jumpsuit, June hopped to her feet and skipped daintily up the steps. She curtsied to Pete as she walked through the door. Kind of you to invite me to stay, she said. Not my invitation, he replied, and you won't be staying. Casting him an imploring glance, Rosa took June by the arm and led her to the dining table. Sit, she said. I hope you like leftovers. Never stopped me before, June said. Et cetera, et cetera. June is just, I don't know if classic is the right word. There's no one quite like her. How's that? So being serious, we'll end on a more serious note after our humor, but not too serious, because then I would have to be funny again. Seriously, I have been learning so much on this writing path, and it has been a joy to have you on this road with me. I look forward to our next adventures together. Love and blessings to all of you. Bye.